Hello everyone, my name is Cletus and welcome to the clan. So without further ado, let's get into this video. But before we get into the video, please smash me the like button, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You guys are very responsive whenever I call this call of action. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the 1,000 likes. Let's continue doing so with each video, so that guys, we let the algorithm to go and fetch us more members of the clan. So let's get into today's video and go to Eswatini, because the Ndimande brothers, they appeared before the court. I hope you guys can hear me because the microphone was far away from me. I hope you could. I hope you heard. Yeah, like I said, let's go to Eswatini, where the Ndimande brothers appeared before the magistrates court. Is it called the Royal Eswatini Magistrates? I don't know what it's called. I know about the police. It's called the Royal Police, whatnot not. But anyways, guys, they appeared and they had two demands. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, I hear them, but there's something that I was not hearing. Because I'm seeing a lot of people say, oh yeah, the fact of the matter is that they are making demands and what. They are sure guilty for the murder of AKA, and yet they are not mentioning that. If I'm hearing them correctly, they are fearful for their lives for two reasons. The first reason is the police. Because if you listen to one of the Ndimande brothers' family member said that the family in this particular situation, most of them have been killed by the police rather than the taxi violence itself. So then in my mind, I'm like, okay, wait, are you saying that the police are hired gun, meaning like they are hitmen that were hired to kill Ndimande family members? And secondly, if we heard, or if I heard correctly from their relative, he said it is a good thing that they were arrested in Swaziland because that could have saved their lives. From whom? Well, if you listen attentively, from the police. Because one of the demands that they've made is that, okay, we don't have a problem in being extradited to South Africa, but when we are being taken back to South Africa, it must not be by the South African Police Service. Why? Why are they fearful of the South African Police Service? Now you go back to the uncle who said, actually, most of the deaths that have happened in this family is because the police are the ones that are responsible for those deaths, allegedly. Let me just put it that way, allegedly, from the uncle or one of the family members. And then the second demand is that they want their lawyer to be with them throughout this process. I'm understanding that because the lawyer is not registered to appear in any South African court, that might actually be a technicality or another, unless an application is made so that he can represent them in a South African court, whether that is a magistrate's court or in the High Court. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know. Okay, let me just put it this way. I don't know. But apparently there are ways of actually getting a lawyer from another country to come and represent you in South Africa, even though South Africa has like society, like law society, the bar for advocates and things of that nature. And you must have been admitted to appear in these particular courts respectively. But anyways, that is telling that they do not trust the South African police. But according to the law, in order for you to be arrested, you need to be arrested by the police, not by the correctional services, because one of the conditions was that instead of handing us over to the police, to the South African police, rather hand us over to the correctional services. Now, correctional services, I believe, is the second arbiter before the police. The police are the ones that make the arrest and do all that nonsense, okay, and do all that shenanigans that they do with your rights and and then you appear before the magistrate's court. After that, then you are handed over to correctional services for incarceration or kept in custody of the correctional services. Now, I'm not quite sure how this is going to be done, considering the fact that the Ndimande brothers are saying, we do not trust the police. Not once have I heard them say, okay, we are admitting to the killing of AKA, and that's the reason why we ran to Swaziland. But instead, this is what I'm hearing. We ran away to Swaziland to run away from the South African police, who were busy killing our family members because of the taxi violence in KwaZulu-Natal. So meaning that And this is me just rubbing my two ideas together, is that there are some taxi bosses that actually use police as hitmen. That's just me. I'm not saying it's happening or they are doing it, but from what I'm hearing from these brothers is that they fear the police because they're fearful for their lives when they are handed over to the police. Now, what must be done in order for this not to happen? I think it's okay for their lawyer to be with them throughout the process of handover and still be with them when they appear. Maybe they'll have a South African lawyer that will represent them that has the right to appear before a South African court while the Swati lawyer is present observing, or even a friend of the court. I'm not quite sure how this is going to happen, but I think maybe that's what needs to happen. Rather than them saying, you know what, we're not going to go to South Africa unless we are not handed over to the correctional services. So, of course, I've been hearing a lot and I've been reading a lot about extradition between South Africa and, and Swaziland or Eswatini. Well, all of them, especially if you are in the SADC countries, I think there are 14 or 16 countries in the SADC, they all signed a extradition protocol of some sort. And I haven't read it. I'm trying to find it and read it, what it is all about, because I've heard about it in the Thabo Bester and Nandiba Makudumana matter when they were brought down to. So I think I did read a few sections of it, but I didn't read the whole thing. So I think maybe I need to empower myself with this particular extradition protocol so that in future we understand how these things work. So, of course, these brothers, they mention things like they're fearful for their lives when it comes to the taxi violence in KwaZulu-Natal, which is kind of very interesting. I still believe, Mina, I still believe, in my heart of heart, I still believe that there are Izinkabis. I still believe that there are Izinkabis, because it makes no sense that you would uproot yourself and run away to another country to save yourself. Why? Why are you saving yourself? Why are you running away? Apart from the AKA accusation that you are now facing, which I still think that they will be able to prove that, hey, wait a minute. Because according to the relatives, they say that when AKA was murdered, these brothers were already 4 months in Eswatini. So how is it possible that they'll be in Swaziland at the same time in Florida Road killing AKA? Which is going to be very interesting once the trial begins and all of this is revealed. Has anybody found out who the mastermind is? Because there's no way somebody will pay 800,000 rand and there's no paper trail, especially in bank accounts. And there's no paper trail. And the paper trail only picks up from the coordinator. That doesn't make sense. Has anybody found out who is the mastermind? Please let us know. Anyways, guys, let's continue. Also, the retaliation as well the retaliation from the taxi violence. Why retaliation? Why are you fearing retaliation? That is why I believe that these guys may be Izinkabi, who have been hired before to deal with other taxi bosses. We heard one of the allegations from Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi that the brothers had shot the wife of a taxi owner and they killed the passenger. She managed to drive all the way to a police station, and I think she identified them. I'm not quite sure what the situation is. And then there was a matter of a hired or stolen car and things of that nature. So I believe that they're running away from South Africa to Eswatini and entered Eswatini illegally is because they're running away from retaliation. Because a witness saw who they were. Because Izinkabis, from what I understand, they kill. They don't just shoot and move. The fact that the car was able to drive all the way to the police station while they were busy chasing it, they feared that she might have seen them and they fled to Eswatini. So guys, there's not much I can say about this matter. Of course, it was postponed at the Eswatini Magistrates Court We are going to be seeing more applications that are coming through. Of course, the MPA is the reason why the brothers decided to go the extradition route rather than them just handing themselves over to the police and then brought back to South Africa to face the AKA murder charges, which I don't think they are going to admit to those at all. They're not. If there's anything they're going to admit is their involvement in the taxi violence. Because if you listen as well to the relative pretty much does say that these guys, they've always had legal problems with the police. Of course, he did not go into detail about that. Even when you listen to the neighbors of this particular family, they say, well, they've always been troublemakers. They've always been ikwaka, meaning bullies and things like that. So yeah, we'll see how it all goes, guys. That is all that I needed to say in this video. I did not want the video to be too long because what transpired Eswatini also was like I said, guys, in my live on Sunday, I don't think this is a case that will interest me much because I think the AKA murder is something that we're already going through right now with the Senzo Mewa murder trial. And secondly, these guys were bullies. They were bullies in my mother's backyard. You know, that's where my mom was born and grew up, in Bangeni. So now when you hear members of their community crying like, yo, it's such a relief that they are now in jail, I think that's karma. You know, karma comes in different ways, just like a blessing. You know, a blessing comes in different forms. Somebody can come to you dressed in a suit and driving a Mercedes-Benz and ask you for 10 rand and you'll be like, but you are driving a Mercedes-Benz and you're wearing a Louis Vuitton suit. Why you ask? Kanti, that's a blessing that you are turning away. Sometimes it comes in raggedy form, where somebody is dirty and smelling, and then you can tell that they and then you turn them away as nuisance. Kanti, you are sending away your blessings. I think karma also works the same way. It comes in different ways. How it's going to get you, it may come in the most nicest way, and then it yanks you out of it, and then you'll be like, wait a minute, but yeah, that's karma for you. And she is indeed a biatch. I think I'm going to leave this video right here. If you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't like the video, give it a like. Anyways, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video and I'm sweating bullets. And also, thank you so much to everybody that is super thanking the channel. I highly appreciate you. I saw you, Anna. I saw you, Anna. Thank you so very much for the super thanks, Anna. Thank you. Much love to you. You know, you're my favorite. You know, every family got its own favorites. So if you want to get into my favorite lists, well, like the video, watch the ads, super thank if you can, and all of that. No, I'm kidding. You're all my favorites. You're all my favorite. Anna, you are my favorite. Everybody, you are my favorite. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not leave here without leaving a comment down below. Let me know what was your thoughts about the appearance of the two brothers Eswatini. Do you think they are the killers of AKA? I don't know. Let me know. Please substantiate your answer. Thank you so much for that. And don't forget to share this video far and wide. I'll see you next time with a new video. Goodbye.